rising, grand rising and priming powerful beings. Shout out to you. It's the holistic motivator, and today I'm going to be talking about you have to start to take action, right? Do something with the gift that God gave you. Today I'm going to be talking about doing something with the gift that God gave you. Doing something with the gift that God gave you is understanding that you were born here with a purpose. You're brought here with a purpose. There's something for you to deliver. And a lot of times on the other side of your frustration is what you were meant to reveal. And you're actually frustrated not because you have nothing to give, but you have so much to give and you're like, this ain't it. So keep tapping into this episode if you know this ain't it and there's more available for you. I'm just going to be dismantling any limiting beliefs that make you think, oh, this is it. I'm going to help you overcome the fear of taking action on the gift that God gave you, right? So this episode is all about doing something with the gift that God gave you, baby. Let's get it. Yeah. All right, let's get to the subject today. This is a podcast. This is all about growing in all aspects of your life. How do you solidify a holistic mindset that will lead to healthy body, healthy relationships, and in tune spirit? If you want to join me on this journey to becoming the best version of ourselves, keep tapping into this episode of Ed Talks Daily, because this is what this is all about. How do you have a whole mindset to lead to whole body, whole nutrition that's going to reveal the contents of your soul and your spirit? You can listen to this constantly. It's a podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. All you got to do is Ed Talks Daily, Holistic Lifestyle and Motivation. You're going to get access to that. Now, in addition to all of that, if you text the word Ed Talks to 561-510-9605, you're going to be added to my text messaging tribe, and I'm going to send you some empowering text messages. Now that we got all the announcements out of the way, let's talk about doing something with the gift that God gave you. I want to ask y'all a question that only the real will have an answer to, but everybody has an answer to this question. So what's the answer to this question? The question is, do you feel satisfied with your life and or is there something you're currently frustrated about that you know you could be doing a little bit more at because you just know there's more out here for you, right? Do you feel as if you've been kind of have certain gift and talent that you've been laying dormant in your spirit simply because you just feel like it's not time yet? Do you feel like as if life is kind of mundane and it's kind of like repetitive and you know that this ain't it? I can't be traveling. I can't be doing other things. There's something more for me to just clock in, clock out, right? Do you feel like, you don't really want to live the graveyard shift to the graveyard? You want to live a life shift. So you feel it calling to do a lifestyle shift. Like, bro, I'm not supposed to be working 8 hours, 16 hours per day, 12 hours per day for the rest of my life. Do you feel like that? If that's you, then this episode is totally going to be for you. All right, so let's tap into this episode. Doing something with the gift that God gave you. You don't have to do everything with the gift that God gave you. Just do something. We're going to start there. You don't have to do grand or great or big or outstanding or extraordinary things with the gift that God gave you, but just use it at the moment that you can use it right now. Know how it looks like. You don't have to go out and save the world with your gift, but just do something with it. So a gift ain't just singing, dancing. A gift can be cooking. A gift can be smiling. A gift can be life to the party. All these are giftings. A gift can just be you just intuitive. A gift can be you're an empath. So there are spiritual gifts. Don't confuse skill sets with gifts. A lot of people think, my gift is a skill set. No, your skill set is just a manifestation of your gifting, right? Because your gift can be applied in many different ways, and in different stages of your life, it's applied in various ways. However, there's always something you could do with it at its current stage. So let me tell you, how about somebody who has a gift of, we'll take a typical gift, which are amazing, right? No gift is better or worse. Let's just take a typical gift of drawing or painting. Does that person need to be a Picasso before that person can just be who they are and start sketching? Sketching is doing something with your gift. Let's say a great artist. Does that person need to have sold out shows, or do they just need to kind of like start performing in front of their kids or in front of their friends or just in front of their camera? The gifting or the calling does not have to be grand, extraordinary, amazing. It just have to be used. Here's the secret to keeping what God gives you. Use it at its smaller stage. So God has this principle that says, just use it to see if you're not going to abuse it. Just use it to see if you're not going to lay it dormant. Then I will reveal to you what to do with this. The reason why a lot of people start losing their gifts is they keep hearing other people's ideas of how it can be used. And they have not let God reveal how it is going to use them for a greater purpose, for the will of God. Everybody's telling you, well, you can't use that degree to make money. You can't use that to do this. You can't use that. Well, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? And you going along with it. God is like, bro, why are you listening to all of these different noises when I have a still small voice letting you know where to go with your gifting? So here's the thing. The reason why we don't operate on our gifts is because we don't do something with it, because we're doing everything everyone else wants us to do with it besides what we know we should be doing with it. So let's say you actually a rapper now. You got the skill sets. You put the words. You're lyrical. You're able to tell a story, and you got the emotion to back it up. And that thing sound good. It feels good. It rolls good. It's rhythmic, bruh. And you like, this is the direction I want to go to. I want to make this type of music. I want to make music that's gonna wake people up instead of helping people stay asleep. So now you start making music that help people wake up, and then somebody says nobody's gonna listen to that. But now you worried about what they said. Nah, you better keep doing it in the way that God told you to do it. Because somebody said, well, you know, if you did it like that, if you had more these people in your videos, then you would blow up, right? But you see, like the authentic artist. Let's look at Toby Nwigwe. Hopefully I didn't screw his name up. He is showing up differently in his music. You think he probably got inspired just by himself, or did God put a seed in him? Now he's showing his family. He's showing his queen. He's showing his kids. And what he's talking about is values. I'm going to protect mine. I follow Jesus, but don't try me. Try Jesus. Don't try me. You come at me. I got the power of the Holy Spirit, but I got guns too. So that's what Toby Nwigwe talks about. But it's pretty cool because I can feel that. But what if he listened to somebody that says, well, you ought to put this in your music? You know, bro, you need some more holes in that. He's like, nah, man, I need some representation of queens in that. I need some, so he got his thing styled the way he got his thing styled. Here's what I'm saying. Toby found out his voice. Ed, the holistic motivator, found out his voice. Now, what's your voice, and how are you going to let it speak just as if your spirit or soul is speaking through your gift that may look like a skill set, that may look like a business, that may look like a passion project, that just may be something you do so easily and effortlessly that you didn't even name it as your gift. So it's not dormant, it's just not used to build. Some gifts are not dormant. That's why you keep them. Because you sing in the shower. Some gifts are not dormant because you bring life wherever you go. Some gifts are not dormant. You are empath. But maybe when you get that empath, when you feel that, when you got that insight, maybe you didn't share it. Maybe you wasn't willing to get out there and talk to that person. So we use our gifts, but sometimes not to the full extent. And the purpose of this podcast is I want to tell you this. First, do something, but I want you to do something very intentionally. So I'm doing something with my gift. Yeah, I may be a kind person. You're like, yo, that can be a gift. You might be the type of person that you just have something on your face that people just say, I want to talk to this person. You don't know why. You don't know what happens. You just know that people want to talk to you and you are here for it. Because that's probably your gifting. And you're like, yo, how does that look like? That looks like a therapist. It looks like a counselor. Like that looks like so many. That might even look like a 911 respondent. Like you might not even know that God is calling you to do that. You might, that doesn't sound attractive, but you never know what you will find yourself satisfied doing if it's in alignment with your gift. Right? So first we want to do something, anything that's going to allow our gifts to be active. So that means be a gift with your gift. Next is we want to do something intentionally that has a vision and a purpose massed towards our gift, because that gives us structure and it aligns us to have a specific direction, a target that you can hit. Because guess what? You can put your gift anywhere, but if it's not going somewhere, it won't go anywhere. Or let me give you an example. Yeah, you can be a gift with your gift, but if you're not taking your gift and turning it into a brand, then your gift is just, it doesn't have a vehicle to take it far. So I need you to say, my gift is a gift. I already got it. I might be using it, but I can use it some more. So I'm going to put my gift together as a brand. I'm going to start sharing my gift in ways that this current social media world will be able to embrace it. So me doing what I do and me knowing what I know now, what's one of the most effective way to start sharing your gifting? Literally share your gifting. So somebody asks, what do I mean by literally sharing my gifting? A lot of times what you need to do with your gift is you need to just start sharing it. Some of you just need to start creating content around your gift. Some of you just need to start talking about your gift. Some of you may just need to start going to events and demonstrating your gift. Some of you just need to start letting people know about it. Some of you just good at doing something and it's your gifting, and God gonna do more through that. But you just gotta start by saying, yo, I do hair. You just gotta start saying, like, yo, I'm really good at fitness, and I can help you lose weight. I can help you gain weight. You just have to start using your gift. Oh, you know what? I'm really good at cooking these vegan or vegetarian foods. You know what? I can actually I can cater for your company. Guess what's happening now? You are just now using something you're already good at, that you already do. You already cook, you already rap, you already sing, you already draw, you already speak, you already teach, you're already a yoga instructor, you already go to the gym, you already do this for you. But you got to start to offer it. And before you can offer the product, monetize it, they call it in the business world, sometimes you just have to be an offering of your product. That's what I did for a lot of times. I just showed up and made inspirational videos. Before I said I coach anybody, like before I had any group coaching program, before I sold any products, I just said I'm going to be an inspiration to people. And what I did was I just showed up and talked a little bit about my life, shared my story a little bit, and I just kept sharing the things that kept me going. I shared the things that kept me going, right? And I just kept sharing the things that kept me going. As those things kept me going, they kept me growing. I keep sharing more of myself, as I got better, my brand, myself got better, my brand got better, my business got better, my gifting was refined, and I realized what my gift was here to do. And it became from one little using my gift here to using my gift there to, oh, I can use my gift here, to the vision becoming larger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the more you actually keep using your gifts, the more you start taking yourself out of your gift. You're still holding that gifting together. You start taking yourself out of the calling. You start taking your own ambitions out of it. And all of a sudden it becomes something much bigger than what you thought it was in the first place. So you thought you was about to build a business. Like you thought you was about to do this for yourself, for your family, which is noble, which is great, which is part of it, which you are going to get. But it became like, yo, I'm about to do this for the world. Oh, the world is suffering, and this is where my gift can provide some alleviation to the suffering of the world. When you answer the calling becomes much bigger than what it seemed. Now you step into purpose, you step into fulfillment, you find yourself doing something much bigger than yourself. But it first starts by doing something. Then it goes towards doing something intentional. Then it goes towards doing something that's bigger than yourself. You hear me? First you do something, just anything. Somebody says, whatever you can literally do with your gift. Remember, I was always into fitness and health. It's just that I used to do something as far as playing sports with my gift. I was into wellness, but it's just that I did something by becoming a personal trainer. I was into holistic wellness. It's just that I did something by learning some more stuff, then learning about emotions and nutrition. I just kept doing stuff. And as I kept doing stuff, I started to acquire more skill sets. As I started to acquire more skill sets, I realized it's not what I become, it's not what I get that makes me valuable, it's who I become. So as I just kept doing something, that something made something of me. And because it made something of me to achieve what I did, now I am who I am, and I'm sharing that with you. And that's what's going to bring more prosperity, more joy, more blessings, more fulfillment, more love, more gifting towards the world. But it starts with doing something. Somebody says, doing what? Anything. Anything that's going to say, thank you, God, for what you gave me. So I'm using it. Any way that you can possibly use it at the smallest level. Even if you need to use your gift at your job while it's not even your position, if you have to demand, look, I'm really good at doing this. I will write you a plan on how I can do it at this job. But like some of you, your gifting can be applied exactly where you're working to cultivate it till it can be extracted and used for your own. But the thing is, you're not being bold enough to say, this is my gift. I got this. I was at a seminar, a workshop, and then this guy was like, yo, let's stretch. I'm with Les Brown. He's like, let's stretch. I'm like, I'm the stretch master. I'm the Qigong master. I got this. I just walked up stage. I wasn't even my time to speak or my time to do anything. I just said, listen, I got this. And he said, how much time? He's like, you only have 1 minute. I was like, no problem. I've spent many minutes preparing for this 1 minute. So I went up there and I was like, here, I'm going to show you guys how to do the Qi cups. I did the Qi cups for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Afterwards, people just coming after me. That was a really good exercise. Can I learn more about what you do? What is that? What was that thing you showing us? Look, some of you have to be bold to step into the opportunity for your gifting. But how do you be bold to step into the opportunity to use your gifting? First, you got to know it's there. Second, you got to be confident in yourself to say, even if I do get denied, what do I have to lose? What if I did go on stage and say, okay, I got this? And he says, no, you don't. You better take your ass back to your seat. It would have been embarrassing to walk back to my seat, but I would have just took the L and move on with it. They would have lost more than I would have lost. In fact, they gained from my addition to their I'm sure somebody was like, oh man, that woke me up. I'm ready to do this conference. So your gift, answering the calling on your gift will get you out of it'll get you stand out. And as you stand out, you will stand stronger in yourself and you will attract more opportunities. That's why the Bible says, to those who have none, they will be taken. To those who don't use what God gives you, God will take and give it to somebody else. To those who use what God gives you, God gonna bless you with more. So don't go and hide the gift saying, well, I'm gonna keep it. So look, so many people try to preserve the gift because they're afraid of losing their body. So they lost what God put in their soul for them to do. Here's what I mean. They're like, bro, if I go out here and do this, I might be banned from doing it. I might be hurt from doing it. But you're being hurt by not doing it. Some of you, you're not suffering your dream. You're suffering the fear of not chasing your dream. And you're suffering the ramifications of not being in. And you're suffering because you know you're the solution. And you're like, I know I'm a solution to this. I know I'm a solution to this. I know I can do something about this. I know I'm one person that will do something. I know my gift will make room for me. I know, but I'm so burdened by my fear of what might happen, what can happen, that I'm not happening. At some point, I had to say, it does not matter what happens, what can happen, what will happen, what they say will happen. I'm going to happen the way that God put me to happen. This is what I'm going to do. And I started doing it, and then something amazing started happening. I started becoming. So here's what I said. Do something with your gift, then do something intentionally with your gift, and then do something that's more than just about you. This is when your gift becomes a calling. This is when it becomes something way bigger than you. So you're like, do something with my gift. Anything, whether you're playing sports, whether you was in a hobby team, whether you was in a club with it, anything, then do something intentional about your gift. Usually that turns into a business. Usually that turns into a project. Usually that turns into something that benefits you. Then do something more than you with your gift. Usually that says, I've gotten enough for me, or it's not even about me here. I want to make sure that I leave enough for them, for my children, even if you're doing something for them, it don't even have to go that deep where it's for them. It can just be for them, baby. I'm talking about the people you see every day. The little kid, you wake up, you see your son, and you see that spirit. You're like, man, I need him to have a good life. You see your daughter, you're like, man, I need to have her a good life. You see your mom, you're like, man, Ma, you work with me so hard. I'm gonna get you that house. Right? You're like, yo, matters of the spirit more important than matters of the flesh. But I want you to be spiritual healthy while you loving your home. I want you to be spiritual healthy while you don't have to struggle at work. Look, I want my wife to be like you. I know my wife going through this disease or this sickness. Look, I'm going to do something. Then I'm going to do something intentionally. I'm going to do something more than just for me. I'm going to do it for my wife. E.T. has a story, and it's not a story. This is his life. And I'll tell you, he says, like, yo, when my wife got MS, Eric Thomas, the number one motivational speaker in the world, my spiritual father, my mentor I never met. I just called him that because he's like the guru. Eric Thomas says, yo, when my wife got MS, I went on to another level. He said, I used to speak this much, but I just said, I'm taking every gig on. I valued myself more. I had a different energy, a different drive, a different emotion. My gift became 100-fold more impactful when the pain became more dreadful. Literally said, my purpose rose with my pain. That's what my purpose rose with my pain. And I want to let you know that once you find something deeper than just what you wanted, when it's for your wife, when it's for your kids, when it's life or death, your purpose will triumph over your pain to the point where something is going to be revealed from inside of you that you by yourself did not know existed, but you needed that catalyst. You needed that wake-up call. You needed some pain to wake you up to say there's more inside of you, and now is your time to reveal it. So remember, first do something with your gift, then do something intentional with your gift, then do something that's way more than you with your gift. What if you can start with all three together? You're doing something hobby. Your gift is part hobby. You do it for fun. Your gift is part work. You get paid when you can, and your gift is for a reason. There's a strong why behind it. It can happen in stages. It can happen all together, but it all starts with a decision to say, "What? I'm about to do something." You know what that means? I'm about to do something. Let's write that in the chat. I'm doing something with my gift. For those of you who don't think like that don't feel too right because I'm not doing, you can put I'm about to do something with my gift. But I prefer you put I'm doing something. Comment in the chat. I'm doing something with my gift. Let's write that thing down. I'm doing something, and then put I'm doing something intentional with my gift. Right? And then put I'm doing something that's more than me. Through God is doing something that's more than just about me through my gift. Look, I want y'all to put that thing in the comment. Let's declare and decree it to the Lord that you're doing something with your gift, baby. Here's what I'm saying. I want you to put that thing down. Write it in your journal. Like, I want these declarations when they come, I want you to write that thing down. Shout out to you, Christina. You doing something with your gift. You are a gifting. Your presence is a gift. That's why it's called a presence. Your present is a present, is a gift. That's why your presence must be in your present. That's where the intention is. So somebody says, what am I missing? What you're not listening. That's what you're missing. You're not listening to the presence of you. And that's the issue. You don't recognize that you are a gift. And your gift will make room with you. Somebody says, I'm doing something with my gift and I don't know what it is. Look, that's called, look, even when you don't know what you're doing with your gift, you are unconsciously being with a gift as soon as you align yourself with a divine mission. You know what? Let's say this. Even if I don't use my gift today, I'm going to be a gift today, and see what happens. Even if I don't use my gift today, I'm going to be a gift today. Because normally when we try to bless people, we could only give people what we have. So if we have something that's a gift, that's a calling, guess what we're going to end up giving them? Our gift. So even if I don't know what my gift is, I'm going to be a gift. So I'm gonna smile at people. I'm gonna love on people. I'm gonna be a good person. And if I know something that's helpful, I'm not going to resist what my spirit is telling me to communicate. I'm going to be a gift today. A gift to myself, a gift to my family. I'm going to be a gift today. My temperament, my attitude, my pleasing personality, I'm a gift today. If you are a gift, you not only God's gonna bless you with more gifts. God be like, I could trust this person, because God gonna be like, oh, they're not selfish. Okay, I like it. I like it. God don't like selfish people. You're like, man, what you mean by God don't like selfish people? Yo, God don't like ugly. Right? God says, if this person can be a gift when they don't have nothing, that's what I know. That's how I know they have everything they need for me to use them. Because that person says, look, I don't need things to be a gift. In this Christmas season, a lot of you literally scurrying trying to figure out how to go broke to get somebody a gift when you are so wealthy that you can be a gift and be thoughtful in what you give them just from you and your presence and your essence. And it might cost you $5 if you put some tools together. It might cost you paper and ink. It might cost you an act. It might cost you a couple of videos putting that together. But if you use your skill sets, there's so many ways you can be a gift. You might be just like, yo, look, I'm gonna give you a free hairdo. I'm gonna give all my girlfriends a free hairdo. We're gonna make that a day where I just use my gift. I'm gonna give y'all some soap that I made. I need y'all to look, use your gift and give gifts out of your gifts this year. Like, I'm gonna hit the people like, yo, I'm gonna give you some herbs. I got you with herbs. Like, those people I care about, the tribe, I'm gonna hook y'all up. I'm gonna send y'all some herbs. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna send you some motivation. Somebody's birthday came, I gave him a whole motivational speech. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna give you a personalized motivational speech just for you. A private Qigong session, private yoga, private massage. Use your gift for a gift. So like, man, it's the holidays. I'm broke. No. Less said, I'm overcoming a temporary cash flow problem. So I say, look, I'm learning how to increase my income. Right? So somebody says, I'm broke. Nah, you're not broke, because you're full of, if you're powerful, it means you're full of power. If you're successful, it means you're full of success. So you got to look deep inside of you and say, how can I be a gift? If you're resourceful, it means you're full of resources. Resourcefulness is the ultimate resource. That's what Tony Robbins says. And I love that, because a lot of people who don't have, they still do. So somebody says, I don't have, how can I do something? They do on the basis of who they are and what God put in them. So like, yo, I may not have this, but I got this, so I'm going to use what I got till I get what God has in store for me. But I know I can only get by releasing what I got. So they keep releasing what they got. They're like, man, how is this person so blessed? Like, why are you so skillful? You could interview people. You could coach people. You could speak. You could tell people how to move. You know about herbs. How do you know about systems? And you know about tech. How do you know about videos? And you know about systems. How do you know all about this, Ed? Yo, you know what? I was just obedient with one gift and one calling. I did something. When I was a kid, and something in my mind says, you ought to make some videos. And I had a Metro phone without a DSLR camera. I took my Metro PCS phone. I went to my church. I recorded the services, and I made little videos off of my old Windows Media Player. No, it was like this video editing software. And then when I got a little bit better, I was more intentional with my gift. I turned my gift into an LLC. So what I used to do for free, I started charging people to record their birthday parties, make them look like TV shows, and then I would charge them for that. And then I went to a competition, refining my gift. Then I realized that my same gift of video production that I used to serve other people at, help people build their brands and businesses, help people keep their priceless memories that will last a lifetime. I was able to take what God put in one season for me to use to bless somebody, to bless others, to what I do now as a motivational speaker, because what I did to help people with videos, I do to help you now through the videos that I've been learning how to do for a long time. But all I was doing was resourceful. So I had a Metro PCS phone, went to a DSLR camera, and I didn't have money to buy one. So I sold Haitian patties at my school until I made enough money to buy a DSLR so I can do it. I just did something. Then I did something intentional. Then I did something more than me. So now I always said that my camera will make me $1 million. Why would my camera make me $1 million? Because I did something with my gift. I did something intentional with my gift. Now I'm doing something more with my gift. So the very thing I'm giving you right now is building something that's more powerful than a video. So you're like, yo, when did I start? I started way before I started. So like, yo, how are you so good with your body? When did you start? God started me by just running track. And then I started running track. And then people used to trash me in basketball, but I would go work out in basketball. I ended up playing 7 sports. God didn't meant to me to go to NBA, the NFL. Maybe I can probably still run a marathon and win that. But like, maybe that wasn't the primary thing for my life. But God was teaching me how to be disciplined. God was teaching me how to use my body. So when it came time for me to be a personal trainer, and something in my mind says, oh, it's freshman year. You just moved back home. You just realized that you're living with your sister and your mom just moved here. You moved out your house. Now you're living with your sister. We live in an apartment. There's roaches in the apartment. Oh, you don't want to live this. You went to Boca Raton. You see how the rich people live. You don't want to live like this. So my mind said, oh, why don't I become a personal trainer since I've been doing fitness anyways? Maybe I can do it. Boom. I became a personal trainer. How did I know this was the beginning of the path? How did I know knowing how to make videos got me making videos, personal training, which got people interested in joining my business. Knowing how to start that business, that LLC that I learned in high school, got me able to start my business. So I did mobile personal training. And that got me into wellness, knowing that, and that got me into refining myself, getting better. So that got me into motivational speaking. Then I realized I need the tools. That got me into holistic wellness. I did something. And I did it at the stage with the resources I had. When God was just like, yo, you're an athlete, use your body. I didn't listen to other people talking about, well, you're a Zoe from Haiti, you can't play basketball. I played basketball. I didn't end up being 6'5". I ended up being 5'7". I'm not 6'7". So look, I didn't go to the NBA, but guess what I learned? I learned how to show up when everybody doubted me. I learned how to go to the court and play basketball. People be like, man, why you always got a basketball? I learned how to be passionate. People know when I was a basketball, oh, that's the basketball kid, because we know he always got it. Oh, that's the track. You're like, now to this day, I meet somebody from high school. They're like, man, I always saw you running on the track before. I was like, I know, I'm just that guy. They're like, I remember when that's because I said, I'm going to do it what God gives me in the stage that God gives me. Then I realized it was a gift. It was a gift for me being good with my body. It was a gift with me being in business. It was a gift of me being a good content creator. And guess what? Every single thing that I did before, I'm doing now. And I'm using it purposefully towards a vision that's bigger than myself. So guess what I'm telling you? I'm not just telling you something out of my mind. I'm telling you something out of my spirit. I did something intentionally, then I did something greater, and now I'm doing something greater than myself, and that's what's going to take me to #1 in the world. That's what's going to take me to speaking and reaching millions of people. That's what's going to take the name of God and mix it with holistic living and say you can be a follower of Christ and live holistically. That's what's going to create a culture on rising and priming. You can start your day early with powerful rising affirmations, mindful movement, mental health check-in, and that's going to transform your life. That's what's going to make my book, Grow Through the Pain, powerful. You can turn your setbacks into setups. That's what's going to take the herbs to people who need them. You can actually heal by eating from nature. That's what's going to take the Qigong that I've learned. Oh, if you breathe and release your emotions and massage your body, you can actually heal. Everything happens because you were obedient in one stage and it built upon another, and something beautiful came out of it, and you're like, whoa, who is this person? Is glad to meet you. You will meet yourself on the other side of your pain. You will meet what you really got in you on the other side of your obedience as well. So what I'm telling you, trust the process, because it's actually happening so strategically. It's happening strategically. And God just needs your obedience. And the insight, the sight inside, the intuition that maybe you should, maybe you could, that whisper that sometimes become a scream is just saying, bruh, I got something for you right here, but I just need you to start moving on it. And 2023, it's a year of acceleration progress for those who got ready. Not acceleration in progress for those who are not ready. Those who are not ready is going to have to accelerate the readiness for what's about to come in 2023. Look, all these animals going in a circle, I ask myself, why is this going on? I don't necessarily know, but here's what I know. I know that we are a lot like those animals going in circles. And God is like, bro, we need you to stop going in circles. I need you to stop repeating the same things. I need you to actually go forward closer towards the kingdom, because not only is the kingdom near, we need to focus on more kingdom things than earthly things. But we can't keep doing the same circles. I'm talking about the same habits. You have that good habit where you keep working on it. You do something and then you don't do something. You build up, you're spiritually aligned, and you're carnally brought down. You have those, like God is like, bro, I need you to stop going in circles. I need you to go straight up. There's going to be an acceleration of progress, or look, the fall and the rise will be very strong in 2023. The fall and the rise will be many will fall very quickly, and many will rise just as fast. But listen, this is the word that I had, this rising. In this rising, I thought it was a very powerful quote that says here. It says, wisdom starts off slow and lasts longer. Ever hear this? Wisdom starts off slow and lasts longer. Wickedness starts off fast and crashes. So for those of you who've been operating out of wisdom, out of like literally God telling you what to do, literally you like, in aligning yourself with your will and God's will, It's going to start off slow. But the reason why it's starting off slow is because God wants it to last longer. So God is like, yo, I need to equip you with every single thing that you need to keep this lasting, because I need to do something powerful to you. So wisdom starts off slow, but it lasts longer. Wickedness starts off fast. How many of you just like seen somebody, they just got in the jouet, they just got in the streets, they just got in whatever they just got in. You're like, man, you PPP'd your way into financial prosperity. And then boom, all of a sudden they crash really fast. Because wickedness will start off fast, it will crash, and it'll crash. But guess what wisdom does? It starts slow. But in the process of that slow start of wisdom, develops something that allows you to stay on the top, and that's called character. So God is building your character, and you say it's delay, but God is like, no, it's more time for preparation. It's actually more time for refining your character. What you thought you know, you don't know that you don't know it yet till it's tested. I don't know how weak I am till I've been in my power and saw myself in my weakness. I'm like, you're strong, but you're also weak. Keep fortifying yourself. Or you're powerful, you're spiritual, but you're also right. You might be in character, but sometimes you're out of integrity. You might be powerful in your discipline, but when you're not disciplined, it might be a dread. So what I'm saying is, the duality of life is coming to let you know. And the more it comes, the more you see what it's telling you, the more you listen to the duality, then you're no longer afraid of the darkness. God is just like, yo, okay, you see how dark you can be, right? So here's what you need to do to remain in the light. And if you keep doing these things, you will be in the light. But the moment you stop doing those things, you will be out of the light. And you know the power that lies in the light versus out of the light. So please, with all I'm about to bless you, please stay in the light as much as you can. I'm not expecting you to be perfect, but I'm expecting you to be the best you can for as long as you can be that best version. Because that's what's going to keep the continued using of you, the kingdom. God will use you more, the more consistent you are in you staying in alignment so you can be used. So you're like, yo, great points. What's the message? The message is do something. Then do something intentionally. Then do something that's greater than you. So you're like, yo, okay, what is it? Some of you already doing it. But yo, God is like, man, accelerated progress. God is like, yo, if you're afraid of making videos, stop doing that. Just stop being afraid of making videos. God's like, oh, what you're afraid that you might lose everything? God's like, on the other side is everything you want. You're like, yo, oh, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of people judging you? You're like, no, they're going to judge you now. They're going to be on your side later. What you're afraid of what's coming after you? Don't be afraid, because I'm coming with you too. Look, all of these things, you might not even think about them consciously, but subconsciously they might be running through you, and you don't know why you can't start, and you just say, I'm stuck. But you're not stuck. You're stuck in your thoughts. You're stuck in your head. You're stuck in your past. You're stuck in your pain. And God's like, no, there's profit on your pain. There's purpose in your pain. Actually, you need to honor your present. That's how you're going to see your presence is a present, is a gift. And you need to listen to your gift and your calling, and you need to apply it. And then that's what's going to create your future. So God's like, yo, leave the past. Let the past educate you. But don't let the past condemn your future. Let the past let you know what you're capable of. But understand that it tells you what you're capable of. Because you know what the past tells you you're capable of? It tells you nothing can break you. You made it through every challenge. You are 100% at making it through the challenges you went through. So sorry, but I didn't make it victoriously. I made it, but I invested some blood, some sweat, and tears. You made it. You living, you alive, you here, you can speak, you here. Somebody says, but I made it. On the other side of that, I lost my credit. I made it, but on the other side, I lost my house. I made it, but I lost my spouse. I made it, but I lost. God is like, yo, I know you lost. God, I know you lost. I know how much things you thought you lost. But look. Greater is the ladder than the former, baby. Can we put that down? Greater is the ladder than the former. Look, accelerated progress 2023, and greater ladder than former. That's just like I've been saying the same messages over and over and over, because that's what I feel in my spirit. That's how I do my podcast, spirit led. So here's what I'm saying. You went through all of that, and you like, yo, 2020 peaked it up for you. God is like, yo, greater is the the ladder than form, but I need you to climb, baby. You hear me? The former formed you. The ladder is your elevation. The former made you, but the ladder is going to elevate you. But you don't put it till later. That's the whole message. Don't put it till later. Do it now. Stop procrastinating on it. Look, it's proactivity, not procrastination. Be proactive. That's one of the rules of being a highly effective person. When you say, I am going to do it now and not later. The pain formed you. The former formed you so you could climb the ladder. So right now, it's like God threw a ladder down for me the other day. And literally, he's been like elevating me in so many different ways I didn't think that he was at. And he's like, bro, you better grab onto that. All of a sudden, people ask me all about herbs. I've been cultivating. I've been forming these herbs and these formulas and learning about them. But then somebody commented, oh, you know what? You know, Big Pharma don't like. You know, they don't like that. You know, they don't like that. I was like, screw that. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do it now. Guys, it called me for such a time as this. What else is there to do in my life but do it now? It's like, man, I done spoke all of this power into my life. I done dismantled all this fear. I done accepted. I done came up with I done do so many different thinking. And God told me, look, I put you to do something, you better do it. So I had to accept, I'm going to do this no matter what. I'm going to do this without fear. I operate in the spirit of courage because God got me. I'm going to do this for as long as I was about to do it. And when I'm done doing it, so be it. I am not afraid to die because I am too busy living. I want you to say this. I am not afraid to die because I'm too busy living. And you got to have power. Look, there is power when you're not afraid of death. Because what other thing can they threaten you with when you are for life? Some of you like, I'm pro-life, but you're living in fear. How can you be pro-life living in fear? If you want to be pro-life, live in courage. If you want to be pro-life, be on the side of what brings life. That's revealing your gift. If you are pro-life, you have to give birth to the baby of your calling. But you are pregnant and you're like, man, I don't know why I feel so, I'm having all of these different cravings. There's something my soul craves because you are pregnant. You're like, I don't know why I'm having those little menstrual pain because you are pregnant. And somebody says, I'm a guy, bro. How can I be pregnant? You're pregnant too, bro. You're pregnant with an idea. You're pregnant with a gift. You're like, how can I be pregnant? No, you pregnant too. Your womb is causing you wounds because you're not releasing what's in your womb. And more than 9 months has been there. Some of you has been there for 9 years, almost a decade. And you're like, yo, I feel like I got some menstrual pain. I can't even. You got to push. You got to push the baby out. Let's hit this. You got to release the baby out. You got to push. You got to push your calling out. You got to push your dream out. You got to push your purpose out. And I'm pushing, baby. I'm pushing. You got to push. And look, you got to, I'm coming. Like, I'm here. I'm knocking at the door. You got to push. You're like, but it's hard. You got to push. You're like, man, but I don't know. I'm going to have a miscarriage. Don't worry about it. God got you. You're like, but what if I got to open up? No, I just want you to keep pushing. You're like, do I need to go to the hospital to push? No, push right at your house. You're like, what do I need to push? You just need to squat, baby. You're like, man, do I need to... Look, you might need to call a doula. You might need to call somebody to support you, somebody to hold your hand, somebody to guide you, somebody to pray with you, somebody to burn incense, somebody to sing some praise. But you, by all means, push your goal. You might need to surround yourself with your tribe, but push. Have that bait. You're like, man, should I abort my gift? No, baby, we pro-life when it comes to our gift. Now, I'm not talking about nothing else but our gifting, so nobody get offended here. But we pro-life when it comes to our gifts. Look, when it comes to our gift, we are not, I repeat, when it comes to my gift, I don't know about you, when it comes to what God put in me to reveal, I am not aborting my gift. And comment that in the chat. I am not aborting my gift. This is not mission abort. I don't care if I have to do it through sweat. I don't have to do it through blood. I am having this baby called my gift. I don't care if I have to die in the process, but my gift will come. I am pro-life, baby. I am pro the life of my gift. I will have this baby. My gift I will reveal my gift. I will birth this gift into the world. I will push past the pain of the labor that it takes for me to formulate this. I will eat healthily in the process. I will take care of my body in the process. I will give birth to my gift no matter what. Can't nothing hold back the baby that got. Look, you don't know what deliverance your baby's bringing. So don't abort your baby like your baby ain't nothing. Just because you don't see a face, God knows the face of your baby. You're like, I can't see the face of my gift. I can't see this. Sometimes it's not just in you as a gift. Sometimes that baby in you is that gift. And you're like, man, God, please send me a miracle. And he put it in your belly. And I'm going literal now. And you like, yo, I don't know about that pro-life thing. But God is like, yo, that baby going to give you life. That son's going to bring life into that's generational curse breaker that you thinking of getting rid of. You need to reveal it. So I'm not just talking about the gift that God put in you and you good at that. I'm talking about the gift of giving birth, an actual birth. There's some of you with someone in you that God has got you got it through some pain. And you look at the future, like there's some other pain on that side. I got to deal with the baby mama. I got to deal with the baby daddy. I got to deal with the in-laws. But God, man, I put a gift in you. You better reveal that child. I'm telling you, we're not just talking about gifts. Sometimes we talk about your very own kid. And you thinking just about yourself. I don't know who this I don't know how this message came, but this message is for somebody. You thinking just about yourself, but I put a seed inside of you, and God put that seed for a reason. And you think I don't know how I'm gonna feed them. Man, they're probably gonna be better. No, God is like you're gonna be like, man, they're gonna be better not coming to this world. The God is like, no, the world is gonna be better by them coming to it. So get out of the way of what I was trying to do. Look, I called them before you saw them. I call them before you even know what gender they were. I knew what they came here to do. Let them do what I brought them here to do. Don't get rid of my baby. God, like, don't get rid of my son. Don't get rid of my daughter. What you doing? That's my kid. That's not your kid. That's God's soul, baby. You want to get rid of God's soul? Do you want that blood on your hands? And when I'm telling you, not just with the physical baby that you got, but the baby that got, do you want that blood in your hands? When God's like, yo, what did you do with what I gave you? Well, God, I took the gift that you gave me. I went to my backyard and I buried it because I was afraid that they would stone me if I showed them. God's like, what? You was afraid you get stoned if you didn't show them? Isn't that what I built you for? Didn't I built you for that? Didn't you know that those stones will they will throw stones at you and you'll use them as a path to walk on? They will have weapons, but they won't prosper. You hear me? You got to walk with this conviction that, look, demons don't like power. So you better stay in your power, because the moment your weakness, that's when they want to come in. So you think your power is in your money. Your power is in the way you walk as a spirit. That's what your power is in. So now all of a sudden you got angels in covering you. You got a covering. Somebody says, what is it called? They say, this person got an anointing. Anointing, baby. And you want to walk in that power. Don't let the devil rob you of your power. Don't let the media get in, infiltrate your mind. Look, I don't know how I'm going to give birth to this baby. And I'm talking about two babies here. I don't know how I'm going to take care of this baby. I don't know how I'm going to protect this baby. I don't know what environment is going to help me bring this baby. But what I know is God will provide. And I trust that God would not put something in me that I couldn't take care of. I trust that God would not put something in me that I couldn't. And once you go with that faith, you get out there and you walk with a different type of energy. You get out there, you speak with a different type of conviction. You get out there and you really yourself now. And God is like, yeah, I knew it. On the other side of you being courageous, on the other side of you doing something with your calling, you gonna meet yourself. You're like, man, I thought that's who I was, but I didn't know that I was this. You guys like, yep, you was always that. I just needed to kind of, you're like, man, I didn't know that was me. I didn't know I had that power. I didn't know I can walk into rooms and get everybody to attention. I didn't know I can speak for a minute and get people to say, man, because of that 1 minute that I heard, it got me going. I didn't know I had this power, this anointing. I didn't know I can manifest things by speaking them. I didn't know that I can say something. I could ask God for something and he'll give it to me the next day, that because I align myself in a way where that thing can happen. I didn't know that was available. I didn't know that people can quote what I said. I didn't know that God will use me as from a mute boy who was like literally you would call retarded early on to be a brilliant young man as I am today who can speak. I didn't know that. Somebody says, am I pregnant? I'm pregnant, baby. I'm pregnant with so many gifts, with so many ideas. I'm pregnant with so much inventions. I'm pregnant with words that will enlighten people's souls. I'm pregnant with some ideas that I'm not even going to be the one to bring them out. I'm pregnant with some ideas about the plant and people, and they're going to bring that thing out, and they're going to be like, yo, I remember when I listened to the holistic motivator, something happened. I'm pregnant with children I'm not going to give birth to. That's how pregnant I am, baby. So guess what? I am both the mother and the father. And I'm letting both the masculine and feminine energy works to reveal what God put inside of me. Because this ain't about me. It ain't about Ed. As much as I speak with power and conviction about what God is doing through me and with me, this is all praise to God. All praise to the Most High. All praise to Yahweh. All praise to the God of Abraham, the God of Jacob, the God of Elijah. All praise to the Most High. And I give it to God because that's what, to God be the glory. And it's only with God that I'm able to do what I do. And I'm going to keep doing it till the day I change forms. That's my message. And I'm sticking to it, baby. It's the holistic motivator, motivating the plants, the trees, and the neighbors, and people all around the world. This is Ed Talks Daily. If you don't listen to this every single day, I got a podcast talking so fast, I'm choking on my words. My podcast is called Ed Talks Daily, Holistic Lifestyle and Motivation. And you go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, I said that, Google Podcasts, and you'll be able to subscribe to the podcast. But listen, if you like, I like your live videos. Look, I'll listen to it on the go. Share it with your friends. Share it with people. Like, man, you listen to that guy, that holistic motivator? Just share the podcast, and then once you really got into it, leave a review, 5-star review, and let me know how it went for you, how you enjoy it. Once you do that, you're gonna add a whole lot of blessings. Somebody says I'm a blessing to y'all. Shout out to you. Be a blessing to me too, because healers need support. A couple ways you can support me is following my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow that. Right? I've been trying to grow my YouTube channel. I want to grow my podcast. I want to get some more reviews. The overall purpose, though I want to grow, because I have goals like buying my mom a house. I have goals of having multiple homes. I have goals of building a corporation that's going to help people stay healthy, right? But these goals are more than me. So when I grow my podcast or help my YouTube, my major desire is I want to reach more people. And my major desire for reaching more people is for my mission. I want to empower more people to live holistically while putting Christ at the head. So that's my mission. That's my vision. That's why I'm here. So you can actually help me do that. Following my podcast, subscribing to the podcast, leaving a review, going to my YouTube, subscribing to my YouTube, liking a couple of videos, leaving a couple comments. That's going to help blow that thing up. And as you can see, I'm outside. I have a whole bunch of herbs. That I actually took just to show y'all. But guess what I did? I pulled a buzz. And the buzz that I pulled was I didn't get the herb. But I'm not going to go get it. But anyways, I have vervain, lemongrass, and Lepia alba, which is very similar to lemon balm. That's a mix. It has a whole lot of other uses. It helps you with stomach aches, help you go to sleep, help you with insomnia. But what I usually use it for is for shock, anxiety, stress, to calm you down, to put you at ease. That's the major thing that I say use it for. Even for you on your menstrual cycle, that would be a great tea to help you have a smoother, less painful menstrual cycle. In addition to that, I got the Ave. The Ave, right? And you could go check that out, right? Every time I say the name here, we're not going to say the name. Ave in my shop, right? Which creates better cells and kills the ones that are no good, right? And that's really good in helping you recover from issues of the prostate, the breast, and various things like that. Go to my website for more details, theholisticmotivator.com. And in addition to Ave that I got in my shop, and of course, if some of you see my video that's been popping with Les and all these, you'll see what it is. But I guess I'm just being conscious of the platform. And in addition to that, I have some more stuff on my shop that I'm uploading. Got the detox kit for the detox. How many of y'all want to detox from the 1st to the 21st? How many of y'all need a detox? Right? You got too much left over. Now you got leftover from the whole year and the leftovers, and you would say, I need to clear before Christmas. Got a detox program, and when you buy the detox kit, you get free access to the detox program. So y'all hear that? So the detox kit is like almost 50% off. When you buy the detox kit, you get free access to the detox program. So I see Pete, you want to do, so you go to the holisticmotivator.com, just buy the kit. You go with everything you need, 1st to the 21st. I'm going to lead you progressively from the detox. Every day I'm going to send you not only text messages, but you're going to get a video. You can get a journal prompt. There we go. I see Joanne, you need that. Holla at your boy. And I'm going to send you fresh herbs. I got the Cersei straight from my backyard. Passion flower, that's part of my Parasite Cleanse Tea. So I got the Parasite Cleanse Tea for you. Freshly motivated, freshly picked, and dried by the Holistic Motivator. And then I got the detox kit that's going to give you everything you need. So check out my website for the detox kit. And then I got you certain teas. Somebody says, I got the liver. Right? I got the liver, the tea for the liver, the tea for the kidneys. And so I'm like, yo, you're so specific about teas and what organs. Yeah, we got the colon cleanse tea. Right? We got the colon cleanse tea. And I didn't told you we got the parasite cleanse tea. So it's partially teas. Then it's the vegetable juice, where I teach you how to do vegetable juice. And then it's the herbs. Week 1 is letting go. Firstly, we're reducing the amount of meals that you're taking by reducing some meals with vegetable juice. And then we're actually then slowly having raw foods as well. So we're having a gourmet salad, which I teach you how to make a gourmet salad with the pestos. So we got the juicing, we got the salad. And then at the same time, you drinking teas. That's week 1, letting go. For those of you who may eat meat, who may eat whatever, no matter where you're at, we start this. Every day we let go of a certain specific type of food. And by letting those foods go, you're going to change your life eventually. And then that's going to change the way you eat. By the second week, now you're ready to juice feast. So you can choose to do a 4-day or 7-day fast. So now you're doing a 4-day or 7-day fast. And then the herbs come with that. But then you're going to need that spiritual motivation, baby. Because it's all about tapping in with your spirit when you're fasting or juice feasting. In week 3, you're breaking the fast, getting into herbs, getting into raw foods, soups, and hot foods. So somebody says, how do I get on this? A couple ways to get on this is falljuicefeast.com. Get the detox program, or buy the detox kit, and you automatically get in there. So it makes sense to just get the detox kit. Black Friday special. Once you buy the detox kit, you get access to the detox program, which is kind of different from the detox kit. The kit is what you use during week 2. The program is me guiding you throughout the whole process. A flyer, a text message. Oh, this is what I need to do. Boom. This is what boom, boom, boom. But most importantly, when you feel like quitting, to have that support, that coach, that access, that's really powerful. So once again, for those of you who asked, go to falljuicefeast.com or go to my website and simply order the detox kit, and then you get all the information for the Fall Juice Feast. But today's the only day to do that offer because it's Cyber Monday, and I'm kind of losing on doing it for so low. The deal is so good that I'm losing money. That's how good the deal is. I'm giving you so much herbs for like the low, right? And you know, healers gotta eat too. So y'all go to theholisticmotivator.com or falljuicefeast.com to join that 7-day, that 21-day. So don't be afraid because it's like, 21 days. It's really a 4-day or 7-day fast. The first week, you're going to feel great in the first week, but it's literally you progressively teaching your body to do it. Okay? So go to falljuicefeast.com if you want to join this. All right? And so tap into that. Okay, so somebody says, man, I don't know, I could just do the detox. I don't want the detox kit. Falljuicefeast.com. All right, so let me get a number of who's about to fall detox. If you're about to detox, just put detox in the chat. Let me see who's serious about it, who's not serious about it, and then I'm gonna get out of here. So appreciate y'all for tapping into this episode of Ed Talks Daily. Of course, I gotta let y'all know what I got going on, because this is what I do for my profession. I don't just motivate people on here. I coach people. I coach people how to live holistic lifestyle. I help people detox and fast. I help people with herbs, some herbs that's going to help get rid of certain things in their body. So for those of you who want to detox, just let me know. Comment detox in the chat. And for those of you who are listening, just go to falljuicefeast.com and join. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for tapping into this episode of Ed Talks Daily. Remember, you have the unlimited power in you to achieve and release the gift that God put in you. And your dissatisfaction, there we go. Your dissatisfaction with life is actually your lack of action in being pro-life. Your dissatisfaction with life is your lack of action with being pro-life and giving birth to the gift that God gave you. And I just want to remind you to, here's what you do. Do something intentional, and then do something that's much bigger than yourself. So for those of you who want to detox, we're definitely going to be tapping into that 1st to 21st. I see you, Joanne. I see you, Tippy Eyes. I see you, Vase Studio. Forgive me if I butcher your name. You know how it is. All love for here. I appreciate you. I see you, Pete. So hopefully I'll see you there, Liz. You already did it, right? So shout out to everybody who says, I want to tap in, I want to detox. Go to falljuicefeast.com. Keep sharing your light. Don't hide it. Don't dim it. Right? It's the holistic motivator. Shout out to the person who just bought some Ave. It's going to be about to be fresh. So fresh, I'm about to send you some tea with that. In fact, every person who go buy Ave from my shop, you about to get some fresh anxiety too. 2-for-1 special. Let's update that thing right now. So shout out to that one person who tapped in. Shout out to the 4 people who about to do the detox. We lit up in here. You ready to get this energy? Let's tap in. falljuicefeast.com. Fall Juice. Shameless plug. Can be shameful about something that helps people. So shout out to y'all. Go to falljuicefeast.com. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Love you. Remember, be a blessing. If you don't know your gift, at least be one. Peace.